I'm filming. Hey, what's going on, people? Today I'm gonna do my top 10 bands, top 10 local bands that I've grown to love over the past year or so, and just local bands that I feel like are really amazing, bands you should check out. I just want to let you know I'm from the Chicago scene, so there's a lot of deathcore and metalcore bands out here, but there's some hardcore bands and they're all pretty cool. I'm just letting you know now, before the list starts, the way I picked this list, it's the way you can get onto this list. It's one, you have to have like a demo per se. You have to have a demo, and you also have to have more than 3 songs released on YouTube. Or you can just skip the demo and have a whole record. But really, basically, you just have to have more than 3 songs released. And I'm not counting live tracks, and I'm not counting stuff like that. I'm counting like albums or demos out. On top of that, that's really all that is to it. Also, I'm not going off of like signed or anything. There's some bands on here that are signed, but really they don't, not that they don't tour a lot, it's just they play a lot of local shows around this area, so I still deem them local. So that's what I'm going to throw onto this list today. So anyways, let's get right into it. Really quick before we start, I just want to give quick shout outs or honorable mentions. These are bands that don't really have a full EP or stuff or demo out, but one of them does actually, but these are also bands that have a track out that I really think that's pretty cool, and who I've also seen live, who put on a great live show. You should definitely check them out. These bands are Pushover, hardcore band. They're pretty cool. Check them out. When you look up Pushover, it's Pushover with a V instead of a U. Drain Me, another cool hardcore band. They have a really cool demo out in Bandcamp. Definitely go check them out. My homies in Sickening Sadness, they have one official song released, and they have one live performance out that they did at the Legion in Madison, but I've played with them God knows how many times, and they're my bros. They also got this really cool song out. Go check it out. It's called Death Clock. And my homies in Beneath the Gallows, they are really cool. The one track they have out, which is you're hearing right now, they're heavy deathcore. They got 2 vocalists, and they are amazing. I can't wait to see their EP, and when they drop that EP, they will definitely go higher up on my list. But they're honorable mention for now, just because they don't stick that rule and regulations up in the top 10 honorables. So first up on my list, I got the homies in Betrayer. They are down-tempo deathcore at its best. They sound like Black Tongue. They are insanely heavy. I saw them back at the Legion in Madison. They played with my homies in Beneath the Gallows. I went to go see them, and they were touring with Dead Culture. That's another band you should check out. I didn't put them on this list. I don't know why I didn't, but they're another cool hardcore band you should check out. They're like Knocked Loose. Anyways, Betrayer is a really, really filthy, angry, heavy band. Their lead singer, Ian, has some of the gnarliest vocals I've heard in my life. And they have this song called Embedded in Filth that's on Slam Worldwide. It's got 20,000 views. And they tour with little independent bands around the scene, around this area. And they go everywhere. And they are freaking heavy. You need to check them out. They killed it when I saw them live. They have a really cool stage presence. Like, they give off that eyes like kill everyone in the pit kind of thing. And I love them. I really think they're amazing. They're going to make it somewhere. They're like a Black Tongue, and they are just insanely amazing. I can't stop listening to the track that you're listening to right now, Embedded in Filth. Definitely go check them out. I promise you, if you like down-tempo deathcore, you will love them. Next up on the list, we got the homies in Station 6. My bad. Station 6. I can't talk. I have a speech problem. But anyways, Station 6. There we go. They do this really cool, it's like hardcore meets deathcore, and they have this really cool EP out. I checked them out on Spotify the other day, and I was like, dang, these guys are really cool. They don't sound like every other band, and they really got some stuff that you just want to headbang to. I really love their music, and I really do enjoy them. They really are going to go far. They're really a band, you should check them out. Plus, they have this really cool thing, like, I know the skull thing is like really like overdone and stuff, but they did this really cool thing. It says Station, and then it says 6 right as the nose, and I think that's pretty cool. But anyways, they're a big band around this area, and I really do enjoy them, and I can't wait to catch them at a show one day or play a show with them. They're my homies in Station 6. They just dropped this new song. They're called Wicked Lies. It's a video. It came out about 2 months ago. That's what you're listening to right now, and I promise you, you'll enjoy them. Definitely go check them out. Next band on the list, I'm going to talk about a band called Oppressed Affliction. I played a show with them. I played a show with them at Cheers and Midlothian. I think that's where I played with them. Or if not, I probably played with them in the Legion in Madison. And I think that show actually got canceled for me because I was really sick. I do feel bad. I played with them, though, one show. I can't remember. But anyways, they're like a metalcore band. They're like a metalcore Megadeth with better vocals. You know, I love them. I really do think their guitar player's insane. Their drummer's insane too. And their vocalist isn't something that you hear all the time. It has like a really melodic, creepy sense to it. They also dropped a song called Marionettes. I did a review on my Core Metal Promotions thing on Instagram. Definitely go check that out. Really quick, I want to say I'm now a partner with Sinner Scene. They do a bunch of promotion and promotion for local bands. Then they do a big band that you should know about. Definitely hit them up. Definitely hit me up. I'll hook you up with them if you have a local band that needs some promotion. Anyways, Oppressed Affliction, a great band, and they really are something that just gets your blood pumping. It's metalcore. It's really some cool metalcore to hear. Marionette's a great track. They have a full EP or record out, and it's really fun to listen to. It's not something that you want to, like, just take it very seriously, but it's also something, like, you want to have fun with, and it's really cool. They have some serious songs, and it's awesome to listen to. My homies in Oppressed Affliction, definitely go check them out. This track you're listening to is called Marionette. Next up, we probably have one of the faster and heavier bands on this list. They're a band called Her Worst Nightmare. I am very good friends with the drummer Jason, and they are really cool people to hang out with. Definitely a great time to play with. I found Her Worst Nightmare. They were playing with Sickening Sadness and Beneath the Gallows on a show, and I found them on there. They had this really cool thing. It was Her Worst Nightmare, and it was a Nightmare on Elm Street t-shirt. I couldn't pick one up, and I felt horrible, but I'm going to pick one up later on. But anyways, they're called Her Worst Nightmare. They are a death metal thrashcore band, and they are pretty insane to see live. The vocalist has this really cool range. It's like kind of sound with his voice, and it's really cool. The drummer Jason, he is insane. They have this cool. The guitar player is insanely fast. They dropped this really cool EP, and they also have a CD out, I think. The song that you're listening to right now is Found in the Pool of Blood. They are really, really, really horror inspired, and I love them for that. Definitely go check them out. Hit up Jason. He's always looking for people to jam with and do something like that. Also, buy their album. You will not be disappointed. Like I said, the song's called Found in the Pool of Blood. Good death metal, good thrashcore kind of stuff. Definitely check them out. You'll love it. Next up, we got my homies in Severed Ties. Really cool metalcore, deathcore band. So they're really fun to listen to live. I was supposed to play with them at a show in the Legion Madison, and I was too sick to play. I couldn't sing. The problem with me is that my doctor said if I sing, I could lose my voice up to 5 or 6 months. And I was like, I'm not risking it. So I was like, yeah, but I'm still going to check out all the bands. Every time I play a band, something for local bands to know. If you're ever playing with some bands, definitely check them out, see what they got. Because when you see them live, you can give them that feel of like, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. And then you're going to want to buy a shirt and stuff like that. I always end up doing that. I know every band I play with do that. Definitely help out your local scene, because the big bands always start out in local bands. Anyways, this is a band called Severed Ties. Definitely some fun stuff to hear. They just dropped a new music video called Burden, and it's just fun stuff to listen to. It's like angry. It's very angry, very metalcore-ish, deathcore-ish like. I don't really think they're metalcore, they're more deathcore. Every time I see them, they always put on a good show. You'll definitely love them, and you'll definitely enjoy them. I promise you should check them out. I promise you. You'll have some fun with them. The next band you're going to want to check out is a band called Cross Your Fingers. I saw them at Ragefest with Spite, Attila, Suicide Silence, Rings of Saturn, and Volumes. I saw them, they were the first band to open, and there was no one there, and I'm like, really? I don't think these guys are going to be that good. I was doubting them, so I was like, what's a band called Cross Your Fingers anyways? I wasn't saying that in a bad way. I meant, like, that's a pretty cool name. That's not something, though, you hear every day, like something called Cross Your Fingers. And, you know, I was like, I don't know, man. I haven't heard their stuff before. That was the one band I really didn't check out. And then I saw them live, and I was like, whoa, really cool stuff. They throw it back to, like, 2005, that 2006 metalcore with great songs like Ab Sub Below. Did I say that right? I don't know. But they had this really cool EP out called the Roses EP. I am glad to say my friend Joe is the guitar player in that band. They are really cool dudes. Definitely, if you get a chance to talk to them, they are really cool dudes. I hung out with them. I bought one of their shirts. You'll very well enjoy them, I promise you. They have a really cool melodic side to them, and that's something I love in a band is melody and very melodic sides. That's why I'm a big fan of power metal and old heavy metal. But something I love about Cross Your Fingers is they have that old style of 2005 metalcore, and they bring in that new style of the newer metalcore. And with their Roses EP, what you're actually listening to the title track Roses right now, they aren't the same. They aren't the same style every song. They really do change it up, but keep that same flavor each time. And that's something I really do like from them. The reason why I still deem them local is because yes, they played Rage Fest. That was a huge tour for them. Definitely got them exposure. But every time I see them, they're playing a lot of local shows around the area. And when they do, they're not really straying too far for where they're based. And I really think I'm not knocking that. I love them, and I think that's pretty cool. Local bands are amazing. Definitely go check them out. If they do end up touring, they are going to go somewhere. I promise you that. They will get signed, probably to Stay Sick, and they will have a huge career. They're starting out now. Go help them out while they can. Buy a t-shirt from them. They have some really cool merch. Definitely check them out. The next band on the list, they're called The Human Condition. I actually am wearing their shirt right now. They are probably, if I listen to them before, really from now on, you're now the top 4 bands right now. The Cross Your Fingers is number 5. Number 4 is The Human Condition. Really, all these bands now that are going up are bands that I listen to, or when I listen to them live, I just can't stop listening to them. I can't stop listening to all these other bands, but really these bands that are coming up are just bands that I just can't stop listening to because they're that amazing. Every band on this list is amazing. Definitely check them all out. But ladies and gentlemen, right now I have the homies in The Human Condition. I actually got in trouble for wearing the shirt at school because it says THC and they think, man, that's a vape. Anyways, vape juice. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I don't vape. So, they are like an Architects kind of band, and you don't like. They are really prog metal, but they mix the flavor of deathcore and metalcore into it, and they are just very catchy. The song you listen to right now, "Selfish Love," is some of the best stuff I've heard in so long. I promise you, you'll love them when you see them live. Definitely very inspiring. They remind me of Architects, and they're like Architects meets the newer Whitechapel with the sound and the vibrance of the instrumentals, but it has that Architects feel with the vocals, which you're hearing right now. Selfish Love. Definitely check that song out. I cannot stop listening to it. I saw them 2 weeks ago. I saw them play with Dead Awake and a bunch of other bands, and with Pushover too. Is Synovial. That's another band. Check out Synovial. I forgot to put them on this list, and I feel bad for not putting them on this list. Definitely check them out. They got some cool songs. Anyways, The Human Condition, what can I say? Just amazing group of people. I talked to the lead singer before they played their set, and I asked him, like, which band are you in? I'm like, The Human Condition. I'm like, that's a pretty cool name. And I saw these shirts on their merch table, so I was like, I'm going to pick them up. And then when I was seeing them play live, they played right after Pushover. And I was like, okay, I can vibe with these guys. And then they played, and I was like, whoa. Definitely a band you need to check out. These guys are going to go somewhere. Human Condition need the love that they can get. They are just freaking amazing. Their lead singer has a great range of vocals, and their instrumentals are just amazing. The drummer kills it, and I just love to listen to these guys. They haven't, every time I've heard any of their songs, they have impressed me and impressed me and impressed me and impressed me, and I love them. They have the dude from Body Snatcher on this track. You need to check this out. If you haven't, I don't know, you're missing out. That's all I'm saying. You're missing out. Definitely check them out. The next band you are going to want to listen to, they're a band called Nocturne. And yes, you know Nocturne. You know where Nocturne comes from. Anyways, they are amazing. They had their EP release party at the Legion in Madison, wherever you pronounce it, in Illinois. I couldn't make it, and I was so mad. But I got to play a show with them. My first ever show, I played a huge set. I was on there with bands like Hunter Black. Hunter Black is actually a solo artist. He's someone I should have put into the people you should know. But he's not a band. It's just Hunter Black. But definitely check him out. I'm not going to deny it. He has this one cool song called Nightcrawler, and it's amazing. Check out Hunter Black. Anyways, there's a band called Nocturne. They are deathcore, heavy, has some angry stuff on there. Their EP, freaking amazing. Check it out. Buy it when you see them. Yes, I want you to go see them. They always play this area. Their guitar player is, me and him are cool. I'm actually cool with the whole band, and people are probably already thinking in their heads, well, you only are putting them on this list because they're pretty cool with you, like you're cool with them. No, I'm not. They just have that good of music. I was gonna put them on this list even before, like if I didn't know them, I would put them on this list. You know why? Because they're amazing. They're angry. They're heavy. They are deathcore, and they are awesome. This song they listen to is called The Inevitable. It's on Chokecore Promotions. That's how I found them out. I saw this song before I saw them live, and then I saw them live, and I was like, oh my god, that was awesome. Nocturne was amazing to see live. Definitely check them out. You will not be disappointed with them. And if you are disappointed with them, then I don't know what's wrong with you, man. They are just freaking amazing. Nocturne, check them out. They are amazing. Right now, I actually have two bands I have at number 2. Why? I couldn't choose between them. They're both amazing. The first band you are actually listening to right now, they're called Portals. Heavy. Angry. Want to make you punch a hole in your wall and blame Kyle for it. Angry stuff. You are not... I saw them... I'm actually a big fan of this YouTuber. He's called Hardcore Keen. And he does a lot of this reviews, and then he gets up and then he's throwing arms and doing some crowd killing stuff in his front room. And he's listening, and he did a thing of God Complex. They had the dude from Volvidia on there, from Vol, on that song, and he was like, oh my god, this stuff's angry and heavy. And I was like, oh, these guys are pretty cool. 2 weeks later, after I watched that, I saw them. They were throwing on the same show with me, and they were throwing on the same show with me, and I was like, oh my god, Portals, amazing. I bought their shirt, and I bought their brand new record. Definitely check out their record. Some angry stuff on there, some amazing stuff on there. I'm not going to deny it. They are probably one of the best local bands around here. Definitely check them out. You will not be they are just that amazing. I have no words to say. The next band I put with them at number 2 was a band called Bind the Sacrifice. Good old gent, good old deathcore, Bind the Sacrifice. They are actually signed, and they're pretty cool to listen to. They have this one song called Death Throat. I can't remember what it's called. The reason why I can't remember, I just got back from doing some stuff, and my head's kind of like right now. But anyways, Bind the Sacrifice, another band. They did this cool All Shall Perish cover, and it's amazing. You need to check them out. Their bass player is freaking insane. When I watched them live, he's slapping, he's plucking as he's strumming, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. But anyways, Bind the Sacrifice, Portals, both of them you need to check out. James is my homie in Portals. He is probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. Hit up James if you want to hear some of their stuff. Anyways, that's my number 2 pick. Let's get down to number 1. Can you guess? Hold on. Can you guess? Can you guess? Hold up. Oof! My homies in Dead Awake. What can I say about Dead Awake? They were the first local band I ever got into around this scene. They are signed to We Are Triumphant, but they play a lot of local shows around here. And when I mean a lot, I mean every time I see them, they're always playing The Wire in Berwyn, or they're playing the Legion Madison, or they're playing Penny Road Pub or anywhere. They play a lot of local shows around here, and that's why I still deem them local. Yes, they are signed, yes, they tour, but they do a lot of local shows around here, and that's why I deem them local. Anyways, what can I say about Dead Awake? Angry, heavy, nasty. Vocalist is insane. What else can I say? I mean, I can listen to their stuff every day. Every track, every other big track has someone big on there. Like this song that you're listening to has John from The Last 10 Seconds of Life. This song's called Vagabond, by the way, and it was... I finally got to see them live a couple weeks ago. They played with Pushover, The Human Condition, Synovial, Pushover, and Hunter Black. That was a show. Dead Awake was a show. And it was cool. I talked to the lead vocalist. Me and the lead vocalist are cool now. The guitar player was amazing too. The bass player was amazing to talk to. The drummer was amazing. They were beyond amazing. I am not joking with you. Dead Awake is one of the best local bands around this area. They were the first local band I ever got into, and that's the reason. They were also on a level of Victims, but Victims is really more. They're not really local anymore. They just got done touring with Traders. And Nocturne had actually just played a show with Traders. They're pretty cool. I couldn't go to that. It was on a Thursday at school. Anyways, this is a band you need to check out. Like, if there's a band you need to check out from this list, it's them. Dead Awake, angry. If you're having a bad day, just do that kind of stuff in the middle of your room. if with Dead Awake. Dead Awake is that kind of band. Angry, nasty, beyond mad style stuff. Anyways, guys, that's my top 10 list of the local bands that are my top 10 local bands from the Chicago scene, or top 10 bands that are local. Anyways, check them all out. If I let a band out, please comment down below what you think I left out. I'm always up for listening to new songs, listening to new bands. I wasn't in the local scene before. I was into the bands like Whitechapel, Chelsea Grin, Slaughter Prevail. And then I started playing shows, and I was like, oh my God, I'm really missing out on the local scene. And you know what? You need to respect your local scene. You need to help out your local scene. Like I said earlier, local bands become the bigger bands, and the bigger bands become the arena bands. Metallica was a local band. Slayer was a local band. Sworn In. I remember seeing flyers for Sworn In every time I went to Chicago because they were playing local shows, and now they're signed to Fearless, and they're doing amazing on Fearless. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Ben Zarn. Check out my music down below. Thank you for watching. See you later.